Hey guys, Patrick here. This week I'm going to be talking about slip solution and how to get the perfect mixture for you. So stay tuned, it's all coming up. Hey everyone, Patrick here with Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. On this channel, we talk about the ins and outs of the industry, we do product reviews and how-tos as well. Today we're going to be focusing on slip solution and how to get the best mixture for you. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We do release content at least once a week. There'll be some links at the end of the video where you can either subscribe or check out other videos that I've made as well. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end. I have a tip for you that I think is going to be helpful and make you a little bit of extra money this season. Before that, let's go ahead and get into the video. We're talking about slip solution today. Now everyone uses slip solution, whether it's Johnson shampoo or the generic brand or even some pre-sold stuff that you can get online as well, specific for cleaning and installation. But for the vast majority of us, we just use some shampoo and some water. But what is the perfect mixture? Now everyone is just a little bit different, just like tinting. Everyone has different styles, different shrinking styles, from wet shrink to dry shrink, soap method, dryer sheet method. I mean, there's a million of different ways to do it. And that's the beautiful thing about this business. There's no one way to do it. What works for you is what works for you. And that's you're looking for the best thing for you and how to make it easy for you to do work and have high production and efficiency and crank out some work and make some money. So slip solution, how to find your perfect mixture. So basically, one rule of thumb is that you want to make sure you have consistency. Like let's say I'm using this bottle for example. This bottle maxes out, the fill mark says it's at 24 ounces, and this is the Spray Master. This is a typical bottle you can get at any online tint store that you'll sell something like this. But it's all the same. Let's say I'm going to fill this up to the 24 ounce mark. What I do is you can either exact measure it or do a count pour. And let's say if I'm just trying to figure out what I want and where my perfect slip solution would be, I would start with a 5 or 6 count. You want to be consistent on where you're filling the water and then the amount of soap you're putting in. Now I understand a count isn't an exact science, but I think pulling out a measuring cup and measuring out each ounce is a little overkill. So start with a 5 or a 6 count. Use the bottle, spray it, see how it feels. Does it feel fine? Does it feel too slippery? Does it feel too sticky? And adjust from there. And what I do is the next bottle, I'll go down a count. If I did a 5 count before, I'll go down to a 4 count. And I'll use that bottle, spray, use, and see how it feels. If it feels fine, I'll go down another count on the next bottle. And I'll keep following that process until I find the count that's not enough. When I get to a bottle that's just sticking too much and it doesn't have enough slip for me, then I bring whatever that count, and let's just say it's a 3 count is just not enough for me. And it's not slipping enough, and it's just, I feel like the film is just sticking too much. Then at that case, I add 1 more count, and that is my perfect slip solution mixture for me. That way, let's say your count is a 4 count. If you're doing a 3 count, obviously it's going to make your install a little bit more difficult, obviously, because it's not slippery enough for you. And if your count's a 4 count and you're pumping in a 6 count, you're using too much soap and you're not being efficient with your product. You're essentially wasting money because you don't need it to be that slippery. You can use that additional soap for other bottles and make your soap last longer. So that's going to be the best way to find your slip solution and your mixture that's good for you. This works on all different platforms. This happens to be a 24 ounce bottle. I know that there's bigger bottles out there. We have at the shop, we have a 3 gallon pressurized tank and a 5 gallon pressurized tank. And that's just the same method. To find your perfect slip solution is the same method. Fill up the water, stay consistent on where you fill it up, and put X amount, whether it's 150 milliliters, 100 milliliters, 200 milliliters, whatever you feel is a good starting point, and bring it down until it's not enough, and then bring it up slightly. And that way you can be efficient in using the water, using your soap, and not wasting soap, but not using enough and making your install a little bit harder. Before we end, I did have a highlight for you. I'm always looking out for tips and tricks and things that I think are going to be beneficial to you and help you out. I think this is going to be the sale of the season. The guys over at Flex Films and Ralph Van Pelt, they're having a great sale on their Terraflex, Panaflex, and Duraflex 20-inch rolls. You're going to get buy one, get two. And I believe they're about $69 a roll. Don't quote me on it, double check it. I'll have the link to his video in the description below, so make sure to check him out. At those price points, your profit margins are gonna soar and you're just gonna make a little bit extra cash this season, especially during the winter time. I know it's tougher due to the holidays. In addition to that, I know he's got a bunch of sun strips, 12-inch sun strips at 15%, 10%, and 5% for about, I believe, $19 or $20. I personally charge anywhere between $20 to $25 for a sun strip. And you can get about 20 cars. I believe they're 100-foot rolls. So you can get about 20 cars out of that. Out of one job, it'll pay for itself, and the rest is just profit. There's huge profit margins available for this sale, and I really do believe that it's gonna be beneficial to you. I think the guys at Flex Film and Ralph Van Pelt, they're really great guys. I believe their product is a really good product, and he is an innovator and a leader within the industry. If you guys don't know Ralph Van Pelt, he also has his own YouTube channel. So go ahead and check him out. He's got some really great stuff as well. So that's my tip of the week. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Like always, I hope it was informative and helpful. If you thought so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure to stay in for the very end, because I have some links that you'll be able to hit if you want to subscribe, or other videos that you want to check out as well. This tip is gonna, I definitely think. There'll be some buttons? There'll be some links at the end of the video. Yeah. All right, guys. All right, everyone, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. I hope, like always,